Many editors or content creators always look for background music before they start editing or creating their content. Well, this means you can't actually implement what you have in mind, or it ends up affecting the quality of your work. Now, here's what I suggest. First, create your content, do your edit however you want, whatever's in your head. Then come and craft the music for it and use it. Sync it with your edit. This is one of Suno's coolest features, version 505. Now stick with me until the end of the video to see how this Suno works. The tools link is in the description. Grab it and go to the site, then log into your account. Now you have access to Suno's features. Right now, I have a video here that I want to make music for. I just need to go to the Create section, select the V505 model, and describe to Suno what kind of music I want, whether it should be instrumental or with vocals, what feeling it should have, how the rhythm should start, and what changes as it goes on. Version 505 compared to previous models has higher audio quality, more detail, and conveys emotion better. So when you say the music should start calm and minimal and then gradually build energy, the result ends up much closer to what you have in mind. Also, after the music is generated, you don't have to accept the first output as final. You can change the prompt, generate again, and gradually work your way to a result that fits exactly with the rhythm and vibe of your video. So here, I'm writing a prompt for how I want my music to be relative to my video. Just like that, and then I hit create. This is the music output I chose for the video. But Suno's capabilities aren't limited to just generating a track from a prompt. Inside the Suno Studio section, you can further shape the music you created, examine and edit its different parts, and iterate on your idea multiple times until you reach a result that exactly fits your project. Normally, I could just download my music, drop it onto my video's timeline, and sync my edit with it. But Suno's main capability isn't just writing a prompt, getting a track, and being done, because the music you created might be good overall, but some parts of it might not exactly suit your video. For example, maybe the beginning of the track is good, but when the narration comes in, the instruments get too crowded. Maybe there's an important visual change in the middle of your video, but the music doesn't change at all at that moment. Now, Suno Studio. To bring the music into Studio, I click on 3 dots next to the track. Go into the remix or edit section and then enter the studio. So now my music has entered Suno Studio and appears as a waveform on the timeline. Overall, the music is good, but I feel the ending doesn't have the power I want. Also, I'd like to add a melody or solo before the final section, so the shift in mood becomes more noticeable. First, we need to separate the components of the music. I click on the main track and go to the extract stems option in the setting on the right. Here we can separate just the vocals and instruments, or select the all detected stems option so that everything Suno detects gets split into separate layers for us. I'll select all detected stems. Now, parts like the drums, bass, main instruments, vocals, and the rest of the music's components have been separated. I click insert all so all of them get added to the timeline. Now, we have a lot more control. For example, we can can listen to just the drums, temporarily mute the bass, lower the volume of one instrument, or keep only a certain section with just a few layers. Let's test it. First, let's listen to the drums and bass separately. This is the drum section of the music and this is the bass. And when all the layers play together, you get the full result. This capability is really important because you no longer have to treat the whole track as a single one-piece file. You control whichever part needs changing separately. Now, I want the ending section of the music to have more power, so I create a new track and select only the range where I want the new instrument to come in on the timeline. Here, I want to add a powerful guitar or synth layer to the end of the music. I write a style for it too. One important note, when you want to add a new instrument or layer to an existing piece of music, it's better to also include the main tempo or BPM of the track in the prompt, because if the new layer's tempo differs from the original project, the beats might not line up properly, so I'll include that in my prompt as well. Now I generate this and here's the output. This version is really solid, the rhythm is in sync with the music, and it also creates more power in the ending section. So I select this one and place it exactly where I want it. The overall track is the same, but now the ending has more weight and energy. Now, I want to have a short solo or melody before this section comes in. Here we have two options. We can either ask Suno to create a suitable melody itself, or if we have a specific idea in mind, we can record it with our own voice and then convert it into an instrument. I have a short melody in my head, but I'm not going to play it on an instrument. I create a new audio track. Here I can find a humming vocal sound from within the piece. Now I bring this audio clip into the remix section. In the style section, I specify what instrument I want this hum turned into. I've written my prompt and I specified the tempo of the track again so the new melody stays in sync with the main project. I also raise audio influence so the output follows more closely from the melody I hummed myself, without straying too far from the original idea. Now I hit generate. The melody is exactly what I hummed, but Suno has turned it into a synth sound. Now I place it right before the guitar layer so it acts as a transition. Let's listen to the result now. This part really shows that Suno isn't here to make decisions for you. The melody came from me. I specified what instrument it should become. I chose which version was better, and in the end, I decided where in the music it goes. Meaning, Suno works with you, not instead of you. Now that we have several different layers, we also need to work a bit on the sense of space in the sound. If all the instruments play exactly from the center, the music might end up sounding cluttered and cramped. For this, we can use the pan setting. I keep the main layer close to center. I move the synth we created slightly to the left and the guitar layer slightly to the right. Now let's listen to the result before and after the pan adjustment, and here it is after the adjustment. The first version was just an output generated from a prompt, but the final version is the result of our own ideas, choices, and changes. This is exactly what makes Suno appealing for a content creator, an editor, a musician, or even someone who just wants to try out their new ideas. You might have a simple idea in your head and not know how to bring it to life. You might be looking for a specific mood and atmosphere for your new project. Suno isn't here to replace musicians or creative people. The idea and the final choice come from you, and Suno works alongside you throughout the process. Now that the final track is ready, I can take the output and use it in my main workflow. So next time, instead of first limiting yourself to some generic off-the-shelf piece of music, give this method a try. First build what's in your mind and then shape a piece of music made specifically for that idea. The Suno link is in the description. Grab it and go make your own music and try it out. Until the next video, my friend.